A man has to love his wife as Christ loved the church. Christ was willing to like die for the church.
Right.
So a lot of times like we don't really understand how much a man takes, like how much like he gives in the relationship, because he provides, he protects, like that's his, like that's what he's built to do. So that's a lot to take on mentally as well. So if he's doing all of that, I feel like we don't really take it as like a big responsibility. We kind of take it like lightly a little bit.
Because y'all expect it.
Y'all think that's exactly what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Which it really is.
Don't do it.
So that's why they expecting it?
Yeah, basically, that's what they just said.
But some people don't even go off of what she read, that verse. Some people don't even go off of that. They just feel like, because society says. Remember, like, we in America back in the days in like the 20s, 30s and stuff like that, that was the man's role. That was your duty to do those responsibilities, to go to work, to provide, to make sure that she was okay, to protect her, all those stuff. Now it's different now. It's a little bit more lenient because women are more independent, they're working, we have more of a say so, but some people don't even go off of what she said.
You don't think that's
like,
society's fault too?
Of course, yeah, it is society's fault, but like I do agree with what Nisha said about the how the man is supposed to love his wife as he loves the church. Right. But a lot of people don't go off of that. They just think, oh yeah, he a man, he got to do that, he got to take care, he got to sacrifice, that's your job,
because that's what we've been doing for the longest though.
With somebody else, let it burn. If I were to apologize, it wouldn't even matter. If you filled up all those promises, it wouldn't change what's happened. We shouldn't waste any more time.
We going down, boy. It's going down today. That's right. Late Night Love Ties, 10:30 p.m. to midnight with Pastor Gabe and the Youth Believe Ministries. And one time for my homegirl, Durney, G-O-D, Gracefully Open Doors. Gracefully Open Doors. I like that right there.
Innovation is best for us to work out our frustration with the trauma of our past and the things that...
Welcome in. Big Dog Neff, man, put a smile on your face, boy. Put a smile on your face, boy.
I'm a little upset, guys.
It's all good, man. Got
a little whole lot.
Nah, man, we won't let none of that little bit get to us, man.
Big facts.
Nothing knock us off our pivot. Tonight we're gonna be drinking some good Cremas, man. But before we get to that, we want to welcome y'all in to Late Night Love Ties, where we speak about love from perspectives of individuals that have been through some things, individuals that are ignorant to the facts. I mean, from all different perspectives. That's why I love this, and we encourage you guys to please interact with us. Talk that talk with us. So before we get to it, man, I guess I'm gonna come pour y'all a couple cups of Cremas. This Cremas here is by my mother, made by my mother. If you want to order it, man, please, man, get in contact with us. Well, I'm going to come across, man, and, you know what I'm saying?
Let's get a toast, man. Late night love ties, man.
So just know them bottles in y'all hands. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. Big shout out to Setting It. We thank you for the Cremas.
Hi, mommy.
Thank you.
Yes. Mobile guy.
It's mine.
Boss man Junior, how you doing, man? You just jumped in the building. How you doing, my brother?
Oh,
Good, man. I'm good, man.
It do work. I turned it off.
Nah,
Hey,
I'm good. Thank you,
mine
man.
too.
Everything's straight, you know what I'm saying?
I'll share with
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, this bus, boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, bruh.
Yo, hold on, bro.
I'm trying to hurry up and talk so I can take a...
Hey, what this is, man? The Haitian version of Champs.
Now look good. Big shout out, we here.
Nice.
I ain't gonna lie, this bus, bro.
Yeah, man.
She don't put too much of that stuff in there. Like, she makes it like... But it'll creep up on you, though.
It's good.
You know what I mean?
I know. I have to Uber on tonight.
Nah, this
I never strawberry Cremas.
No. That's a little.
Relax.
It's
That's
good
a little
though, bro.
rugged, though. I don't know about no strawberry, though. That, no, hell no.
During
You gotta change it every now and
During
then.
Bro,
Valentine's
anybody, listen, some things you don't mess around
gotta
with. Some stuff
pioneer
you
it.
just leave it alone.
And
You
look,
don't
man,
put no strawberry,
you can leave it alone, my brother.
Yeah.
There's individuals that
That's how you
order
get
that.
left behind in the business
Yeah,
world.
man, they
You gotta
order
we
that.
ain't talking
gotta go
about
with
no.
the
Here's the thing. I don't
times.
mind
You know what I'm
in the
saying?
business world. That's cool, but I'm just
This
saying.
is a
though,
business. She's
So-
making us to sell it, right?
So I didn't say,
course.
all right, I'm not knocking her business, fam. I'm just saying, though, bro, like,
That's you speaking on your preferences, and we respect that. But the individuals that do like strawberry, just know we got strawberry, clear minds. We got passion fruit, which is Grenache, and then we got the original. If you need it, we got it. Hit us up, man. All year round.
Delicious.
Thank you. Shout out to my mother.
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. This right here, though. You feel me? Got me in a whole different vibe right now.
Already.
You was
upset earlier that Curtis do them numbers up.
I might buy a bottle.
You feel me? About two of them.
Buy a bottle.
I'm about to say, yo, Esther, man, I ain't got my son either, dog. You trying to vibe? You feel me? Like, you play the tunes, you feel me, bro? And you know what I'm saying? But no, on the road, though, man. This is good. Good stuff.
Man, shout out to her,
Get
man.
your
So, look, I guess the first conversation of the night, now that we done got Drink Champ started in the building, man, shout out to all of everybody that's viewing. Y'all keep sharing it, man. Let's see if we can get to 100 viewers right now, man. Y'all share it, man. Share it. But please, let's go into this conversation. In a relationship, to my brothers and sisters, right? In a relationship, who's usually more open to sacrificing and or compromising? A man or a female?
I say the female.
The female?
Oh, thank you for acknowledging.
Wait. What do you mean? Wait.
Like who's more willing, like initially, to compromise or sacrifice?
Oh, initially. You didn't say that before.
Well, I don't want to say initially, but I mean like who's first at it? Like who doesn't hesitate? You say men?
Oh,
Yeah.
first I'll say guy.
Because
God bless you.
I say a guy
Thank you.
because initially, like, men are more like they're pursuing you, so it's like they kind of they're more willing to, like, take you out and do this, trying to please you, trying to pursue you and stuff. And the women is kind of like, they're just like appreciating it. They're kind of like laid back and trying to see like if I should go for him,
right,
or if I should give him a chance.
Right.
But like initially, I believe the guy is.
Okay.
But here's the thing, though. I think it may start off with the guy, but at the end of the day, ends up with the woman.
So true.
So the guy will start off, right? You feel me? Doing all this.
What you say? You say we finessing off the rip?
Of course. Because here's the thing. The girl don't know you, right?
Too much game. Too much game. Chill.
No, I'm just saying she don't.
He always do that, bro.
No, but let's just lay down a lot of times.
It's true.
But like, here's the thing, right? The woman, right? You feel me? She don't know the dude. She don't know the dude. So therefore, the dude gotta make himself look, appeasable. He gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning do whatever, and then once he gets her, bro, that's when she'll just, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Because there's no submission without the mission.
Yes, sir.
He has to have a mission.
That's a good one.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight
I learned that at
bars.
Bible study from this older lady, man. This older lady, it was like, yo, if he doesn't have a mission, then ladies, there's no submission. So I feel like once he proves that he has a mission and he's actually living up to that mission, she gonna easily submit, easy. And that's when she start compromising. Now here's the funny part, right? My homeboy told me this a long time ago. I'll never forget. We was at Lake Worth Nazarene Church in Lake Worth. I'll never forget. He was saying that we was like in little groups. We're doing like a little Bible study, I guess you can call it. The man said, bro, one thing about women, bro, like women, they like a man who's, of course, secure, who has a mission, who's focused, right? And it's like you have to be careful because in the body of Christ, you feel me? You want a woman to submit to you who's a believer,
right?
Who loves God and Jesus,
right?
You feel me?
Right.
And the Holy Trinity, whatever. But overall, what he was trying to say is that now, if you could have been a full-blown Muslim, a Hindu, whatever religion that you is, if you passionate about it, you have a mission, you focus about it, a woman will easily submit. So what he was trying to say,
you just got to actually be that individual all the way through.
Exactly. So when he said that, I said that's facts. Because, bro, if you stand for something and you got people gravitating to you and all of that, you know what I mean? Like, they'll easily submit. But at the end of the day, though, as believers, though, we know who we serving because we got to serve Christ only. But when he made that statement, I was like, dang, that's true. Because how many women we see, right, who's not believers, but to submit to this dude who's on some crazy foolery, but because he has a whole lot of following and he's standing for something, she likes that.
Nah, 1,000. Sister,
I could be wrong, though.
Sister Kimber says she agrees with you. She also says
surprisingly,
the female for sure. She says we're more the peacemakers. How you feel about it, big dog?
I'm trying to ask, like, Can you break down a question for me?
Yeah, cause I'm like initially like when we
All right,
first
I'm saying like
started-
when two individuals come together in a relationship,
Yeah.
one individual is coming from a total like a family. Maybe their dynamic is crazy, but they enter into a relationship as who they are. A woman enters as who she is as well. At what point does one person start to compromise or sacrifice? Like things that which they were comfortable doing prior, before when they were single. Not only like hanging out with other people, but just like little simple things. Like maybe they used to like to go to sleep early, but maybe the girl don't like going to sleep early, so now the guy says, you know what, I'll stay up. Like little things like that. Who you think in a relationship actually sacrifices or compromises first?
first.
Yeah.
I think a guy.
Okay.
First, a guy.
All right. So what you thinking, bro?
I think. Well, I don't think it's like. I think it's like either or. It just like it depends because
But
like
who's more though? Like, I know what you mean, like, but more. Who do you think?
more. I
Like,
think women are more.
You think women are more inclined to do it?
Yeah.
So look, I have an example for you guys, right? It says one thing I admire about men is they generally prioritize themselves first. This is written by a woman. Again, she says one thing I admire about men is they generally prioritize themselves first. You'll rarely catch them sacrificing their happiness for anything or anyone. She continues and says women have to be reminded to operate this way. So I want to ask you guys, is this statement true?
somewhat.
I don't think it's true.
Nah.
I've seen,
I think it's somewhat true.
I've seen a lot of miserable men trying.
Where we at?
No,
Where we
no,
at?
I
Talk
think-
about it. Talk about it.
No, go ahead, S. I'm sorry.
Well, oh, okay.
I'm just saying somewhat true. That's what I'm saying.
I've seen a lot of men staying in relationships miserable just to try to keep the woman happy. I actually don't think men generally prioritize themselves more. I don't
I think
see
it's
that.
the opposite.
I don't see that often. I guess maybe when you're in the dating stage, maybe. Probably when you're in the dating stage, he hasn't made that full commitment yet. Maybe, but in a lot of marriages, a lot of men aren't happy because they're just trying to keep that wife happy and from nagging and stuff. So he's like trying to do all this stuff just to.
But if I'm
keep his
not
wife.
happy, why would I like?
Cause they tell us. I
you're
mean,
married,
they
like,
told
you're
us that a
already-
happy wife is a happy life, man.
Yeah, you're already married.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
mean-
living together. You probably have kids together and all this stuff. Your finances are combined and all that stuff. So you got.
So it's like you stuck. You know.
Pretty much.
Kinda
Like,
yeah.
it's like a.
So let me ask y'all, in regards to this dynamic, when the individual is their individual self, when I come into a relationship, am I supposed to compromise and sacrifice?
I think you're gonna have to, bro, because at the end of the day, you're dealing with somebody who's a total opposite of sex of you, total different background, right? I may have some similarities and common ground, but at the end of the day, no matter if we're both Haitian, both black, both Puerto Rican, we're gonna have some differences in character. That's just what it is. You feel me? So I think that that compromising, man, is gonna be there, like
Yeah.
off rip. But at the same time, you don't just compromise to anything.
Right.
Like,
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
what I'm saying.
You
You
gotta be careful.
gotta be careful though, because like people be just throwing that compromise like that, like it's like whatever.
You
like
could be a whole simp out here.
yeah, not on the same. You know what? It's even bigger than that.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I feel like an individual should at least stand on their morals to a certain extent. Like, I think when you're so easily able to compromise or change something in a relationship or like early on in the relationship, as a man, the woman would think that, maybe that wasn't even serious to you. So like later on in life, you get all frustrated because you done stopped or compromised something, and she gonna think, why you tripping now?
Yeah,
I think early on, that's why you shouldn't like just give
Big
all the way
facts.
in.
Your deal breaker.
Yeah.
You have to
Facts.
actually show it,
Bro.
like, man, she has to actually earn that into a certain
Exactly.
extent. Just like a woman, you have
So-
to make a man earn that, like, you feel me to submit to you. So it's the same way.
Like, to be honest with you, this is where a lot of people end up in these breaking, abusive relationships, dog.
Yeah,
Because
bro.
from the get go, bro,
They want to
like,
just make this person happy and forget about themselves.
I don't think you should even like. Me personally, I think like if you're like in a dating stage, like I don't think you should even like Nev said, like there's things that you can't, like, what I'm saying, going to sleep late because what I'm saying, the other person doesn't go to sleep early, what I'm saying, things like that, or I'll stay up and things like that, like little things like that. I think like in the dating stage, okay, cool, but it's like if we're talking about like something like as far as like compromising, like something that has to do with like what you were saying, like morally or like my character, I think it's like you have to wait until you for a fact it's like, okay, like I want to, like like I want to marry that person and I want to take it to like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's like I don't think you should. I don't think you should fully like.
There's levels to this.
Yeah, exactly. Until like I think it's like once you know what I'm saying, you realize okay, this is the person like I want to marry and things like that. You kind of like be vulnerable a little bit, and then once you like get married, it's like at that point it's like now you gotta. You know what I'm saying? It's like now y'all both sit down and be like, this is what we're gonna do. Then the compromise and come. Like,
so
you know what I'm saying?
I need, and I totally agree with you, bro, 100%. Like that, like Neff said, like there's levels to it.
Right.
But how can we get Kimva on this show, Sister Esther?
Yo, she's Kimba. Are you from Barbados, I believe, or Bahamas? I forget.
Okay,
but she's like
she be going in, man. So she also says to add.
I keep forgetting.
I would say women because we also see more than just a moment. We always set ourselves up for a long-term relationship, so we kind of do whatever it takes to make it work as long as we're comfortable. If I'm making sense, that's what she speaks on in regards to a woman. A woman always, I guess, looks at a man and says he will be my forever. I guess initially that's the woman's mindset.
Yeah, we think more long-term with it.
Early?
I think tomorrow.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
we be planning our marriages before we even have a boo. I mean,
True.
we think
Colors,
kids, how
venues.
They want that fairy tale wedding, you know what I'm saying?
That's what
man-
Disney do to you, bro.
But can you actually put any man into that mold though?
No, he can't. But that's how most women are inclined to think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So of course, when we think we find the man that might fit, we're already thinking of committing
And they go crazy, bro.
and following him already.
Yeah,
But you gotta prepare yourself as a wife already. You know what I'm saying?
I want to add though. That's why
she
it's
says
always
Bahamas though. But go ahead.
Bahamas. Okay.
Shout out
Gotta
to
remember.
Bahamas, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Bahamas.
We went to college together. But anyway,
Aww.
Salute.
this is why it's always important when we say like when you're single, like know yourself, and you got to know your core values and stuff because when somebody comes along, there's certain things you can't compromise.
You
on.
should
Like,
not. Yeah.
You know, if you're running a business that's getting successful and getting traction, if he wants you to stay up late, that might mess you up in the morning when you got to do them sales calls.
Yes.
So maybe you can't compromise on that.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So you got to know what you're willing to compromise and what not from as early as possible before you get involved with somebody because somebody will throw you off. And what's scary is you'll get distracted before you even know you're distracted, and usually you won't find out until it's too late.
Well, I'll say this though, like, somewhat, you feel me? Like I hear what you're saying though. I just think that we gotta be careful because, like the brother was saying, you feel me? When it's dope.
Bruh. This house milk in it?
But no, I just think that when it comes to things like that though, Esther, I agree though. You feel me? Because like, you know, when a woman you feel me, that, like she get excited.
Mm-hmm.
You
and
feel
all
me?
lovey-dovey
and she just start going crazy or like for him. But as a dude though, you still got to stand your ground and be like, hold on, like, you know what I mean? Because you don't want things to be run off emotions.
Right.
So somebody has to have like stability.
Somebody logical.
But wait. What was the initial question though?
The conversation that we done started tonight was basically in a relationship, who compromises more? Who as a woman or a man entering into a relationship, I guess I'll ask you guys so y'all can just join in. Who do you guys think compromises more or first in the relationship?
Okay, yeah, I feel like the men have to compromise more than a woman in a relationship. One being because, you know, the whole the cliche standards. They're the provider. They're the protector. You know, they gotta look out. They gotta take care of them and stuff. So I feel like they have to, you know, if it comes to work or if it comes to taking care of her, they have to put certain things to the side to make sure that she's good compared to the woman where she don't have to do too much.
That's actually
I feel
true.
like-
That's a good point.
It is. It is.
Because
Nah, we do.
like a guy,
She said she didn't have to do
you
that.
know in
They
the
just gotta
Bible,
sit back and chill.
you know in the Bible it says
What?
that a man has to love his wife as Christ loved the church. Christ was willing to like die for the church.
Right.
So a lot of times like we don't really understand how much a man takes, you know, like how much like he gives in the relationship because he provides, he protects, like that's his, like that's what he's built to do. So that's a lot to take on mentally as well. So if he's doing all of that, I feel like we don't really take it as like a big responsibility we kind of take it like lightly a little bit.
Because y'all expect it.
Y'all think that's exactly what we're supposed to do,
Yeah.
which it really
We
is.
don't do it.
So that's why they expecting it?
Yeah, basically, that's what they just said.
But some people don't even go off of what she read, that verse. Some people don't even go off of that. They just feel like, oh, because society says. Remember, like, we in America back in the days in like the 20s, 30s and stuff like that, that was the man's role. That was your duty to do those responsibilities, to go to work, to provide, to make sure that she was okay, to protect her, all those stuff. Now it's different now. It's a little bit more lenient because women are more independent, they're working, we have more of a say so, but some people don't even go off of what she said.
You don't think that's
like,
society's fault too?
of course, yeah, it is society's fault, but like I do agree with what Nisha said about the how the man is supposed to love his wife as he loves the church. Right. But a lot of people don't go off of that. They just think, oh yeah, he a man, he got to do that, he got to take care, he got to sacrifice. That's your job.
Because that's what we've been doing for the longest, though.
Go ahead, keep going, bro. Big Dog. How you feel about it?
I feel like we do the compromise more in a relationship. You feel what I'm saying? Like, as she was speaking, like, we're like known for being the provider, you know what I'm saying, doing all the extra stuff. So like, let's say a man was single, you know what I mean, and he was used to doing other stuff, as in like, let's say he used to hang out late, you know what I mean. Now that he's in a relationship, he'll have to change that whole area in his life so he can actually tend to his wife.
Really serious.
That's what I was just about to say. So at what point though? At what point do you do that?
That was a bad example. Sorry.
Nah, so Ken, at what point do you think the man should, like, you feel me, stop hanging out late and things of that sort?
I don't think he should stop though. Like,
okay.
Not saying as in like, no. Like, I think he can minimize it. You know what I'm trying to tell you? Okay. Like, balance. You feel what I'm saying? Like, okay, instead of hanging out 5 days a week, late night, drop it to 3 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Just to give her some time. You know what I mean?
Right,
and if you, like you said, if the woman was doing that, she should do the same thing. Drop it a couple of days down, and then
I don't know. I feel like guys have much more of a responsibility than us women do.
In a relationship?
Like, just yeah.
But are you only thinking about marriage? You think about finance? I think.
No, not just finance.
What else for a man?
Because providing doesn't just mean finance.
What about emotionally? Who's more like? Who's supposed to be more there?
I feel like both people should be. It's a partnership. Y'all should both be able to.
But a man can't be
easy to say it's a partnership.
A man really can't be emotional though.
When you say emotional, when you say be there, are you talking about for like, if I'm going through something like, let's say I just gave birth or whatever, I'm going through a postpartum, like you saying like, is he gonna be there for her during those times, or like what are you?
You know how like they said who's more likely to like compromise, right? So my question is like in reverse is like, okay, so if the man is more likely to compromise, now we all agree on that. And then she was talking about, she says, a man has more responsibility and things like that. We already know a man is supposed to provide. We already know what a man is supposed to do. But I'm saying who would we hold more responsible as far as like emotionally in a relationship, a man or a female? Like let's just say there's no like emotional connection. Who would we blame it on?
I think go a little deep into emotions. What do you mean by that?
Like emotion as far as like, okay, right. We could go off based on what you said about like, I just had like my wife just had a daughter or something like that, and I'm not really there, or I'm there and things like that. Or as far as like we're not really communicating, we're not really connected. There's no like things in the bedroom happening, like just as far as like there's no like what I'm saying, like things like you do to make your husband happy, like low flirtatious. You're not flirtatious no more, babe. You don't take me out no more. Things like that. As far as like, because we know it's like, okay, if I'm a dude, right, and I'm married to my wife, and I don't do the things that I'm supposed to with my, like, I don't tell my wife she's beautiful anymore. She's this and that and this and that and this and that. It's like I'm going to be held responsible.
Of course.
But it's like I feel like the women should be held responsible as well, but it's not always like that.
For what? Because
I understand.
Basically.
Oh, okay.
That's true. They both should be held responsible because they're both in a relationship. Yeah. It's not just all on one person.
Okay.
Because you both can always do better.
I agree.
So
A compromise is an agreement or a settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making concessions. Okay, so it's a compromise to leave your church to go to another. It doesn't mean it's a bad one.
Right.
It's just a choice you have to make.
It's still a compromise.
Yeah, as women, we
nonetheless.
have our own minds and emotions and thoughts and ideas and dreams ourselves by ourselves. So when we choose to follow a man, we have to like either give a lot of it up or delay a lot of it, especially when we have kids sometimes. You know, we're usually the ones taking care of them while the man's out working. So we do compromise a lot for our relationship.
thinking when it goes into school, as you said, like in that part, who usually goes to school first though? Like if both.
I've seen men go first.
Like
What?
when
What's
going
the
to school.
question?
basically, like when you get into a relationship and let's say you starting to take it serious, can both of y'all, let's say you cannot both be in school at the same time.
Why? Like a kid?
Financial
What's-
reasons.
Financial
Yeah.
reasons.
Yeah.
Are you guys
Somebody has to
married?
work. Somebody has to
Are you
work.
guys
If it's
married
a
or in a
kid- if it's a
serious
kid, then
relationship?
The guy.
Usually the guy goes.
If it's a kid in,
even having the gender conversation because it really doesn't matter if it's male or female. Like, because nowadays it's becoming gender fluid with everything.
I don't
And
agree with that
especially in
gender
Women's
fluid
History
stuff.
Month, you can't come out here and be like
Hold on,
the man and the woman. is
hold
gonna
on,
say
hold on. First and foremost, hello, how are you? What's your name?
Hey, I'm Jai.
Hi, Jai. How you
Jai.
I
doing?
just got here. Hey.
You already getting. We don't do that
I'm
gender
just
fluid
jumping
stuff.
in.
No, I understand that gender fluid stuff for the new school. I don't want to ask your age. I know it's rude to ask a woman her age.
No, it ain't
But-
compromising.
Is it?
This guy crazy. Nah, we just saying like there's roles.
What I'm trying to avoid is going back into this conversation about gender roles because we done had that conversation I think
Okay.
a few times or maybe a few
But
times
it
too
is,
many.
but it's real.
But it's a
We're
real
talking
thing.
about
Yeah, it's a
school.
real thing, yo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
I
who
feel like
usually goes to school?
But hold
woman.
on, wait, I have
You
a
think
question.
so?
Is this a serious relationship or is this a
Let's say it's
marriage?
serious.
Is this a marriage?
Great question.
Because
same thing,
if
right?
you guys are married, y'all living together, I could understand the whole school thing. But y'all in a serious relationship, you guys are not living in under one roof. Why does the school thing really matter?
All right, so let's put it as a married couple that which are living together.
Okay,
do they have kids? Like,
Huh?
do they have kids?
Nah, no kids.
No. Okay, so what I've seen is that like a woman would kind of like hold off so he could pursue his dreams first and then she go next.
It
That's
really
what I've seen.
depends.
Yeah.
It really
That's what I've
depends
seen.
because we're talking about it's two different things compared to genders and energies. There's masculine and feminine energies, and then there's male and female. And there are some women that tap into masculinity more, and there are some men that tap into femininity
he's
more.
a girl then if you got.
So if you really love the person that you're with,
I have to ask though, can you explain a woman tapping into masculinity energy?
like for example, there are women that are out there that are getting stuff done. Like people that, like for example, Beyonce taps into her masculinity sometimes because she's getting things done.
So do you think
Michelle Obama?
No, I'm saying, but so masculinity to you means that a person that's actually like.
So masculine is not about being a man. It's about being in the doing and getting things done. And feminine is more nurturing and provide and and men is more providing and being the mountain. And feminine is more like, creating life and bringing and kind of like raising things and creating growth.
See,
So
I'd have to disagree with the fact of the masculinity. Like, I don't think that's masculinity. I think some women are, like, their lifestyle or their life situation has caused them to actually probably have to work hard. I wouldn't say that they're actually masculine.
Oh yeah,
Because
I
they
love to
have to
tone
work.
down the overtime that I've been doing.
You know what I'm saying?
Trust me.
That doesn't make them masculine because they have to work. That's the situation that which was given to them.
Yeah.
But in this situation here, I think I think that a woman usually goes to school first.
Me too.
Just off the simple fact of reality, women usually know what they want to do.
And they usually finish faster. 'cause,
You feel me? Like they know what they want to
I know
do.
that.
Yeah, like just look at the statistics right now. Like if you look at how many people are actually graduating from colleges in regards to like ethnic, like for black people, man, women is like almost 70 to 30%, bruh.
so the question with the whole school thing and you're married, what is the thing that you're trying to get? Like, is there? You feel like there's some compromising with the school,
Like who
or
puts off their
that's a
dreams so the
form.
other one could achieve theirs first.
I feel like the
I do,
woman
but
does.
I'm just
What,
trying
go
to
school
understand.
first or
no,
put off
like
their
puts
dream
off her
first?
dreams.
How?
So the man
That's
could
what I've
go
been
to go to school and
I never-
pursue
It
his.
depends on who can reach the dream first.
You said
That's true. Yeah, no, that's true.
That's what
But okay, so hold on. I do know a married couple at the church right now. So they're pretty young. She's in school currently, trying to get her doctorates in chiropractor. So her husband is working. She's not working, but she's trying to finish her doctorates. And she said she just got in this year, so she got like 2 more years and stuff. So, and she's saying like, when I'm finished, I'm going to make money. I'm going to do this, and that or whatever. So I feel like because the man is able to, finance the home and her and all of that stuff. I guess they came into agreement like, hey, you know what? Do the school.
You like shaking his head.
Do finish the school, and after that we gonna figure out what to do. And I also too, I feel like when females do that, like they go to school and they're in a relationship, they definitely do hold off a couple things like not getting pregnant, not doing certain things and stuff like that, so she can finish school. But I don't.
It does depend if there are kids involved. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
it does.
In that school aspect, I usually see that the man will take care of the house and let the woman go ahead and go to school and then do it first. You know what I'm saying? I personally never seen it the opposite way, where the man go to school first and then the woman.
Now that you're saying it like that, I'm like,
pay for the whole house and stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounds crazy, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
all right, so let me ask y'all, like, let's keep the conversation evolving. When you actually have children and you married, whose life like changes first?
The woman.
Definitely the woman.
Obviously, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
So, at what is it that a man should be compromising when he has a child to a woman? To a woman. Well, from the woman's perspective, what is something that you think? Since y'all didn't understand what I was saying. From a woman's perspective,
I'm a father.
From a woman's perspective, what do you expect a man to compromise or change about his lifestyle once a child becomes, like once you get pregnant, basically?
Oh, once you get pregnant? Well, I was gonna say after the child comes, because sometimes men like to come home and just wind down.
Even when the child
sometimes he likes to, like, men are different, but like some would like to play video games, or some like to chill in the room, or go outside for a bit, like have his own time after he comes home from work. But the lady's like, I've been with this kid all day. Now that you're home, do something. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for us to like kind of see it as like, oh, he's had a hard day at work too, because it's like, oh, finally a break from the kids. Take this kid so I can like breathe, So she's trying to have her wind down time. So that's usually the biggest issue is like, you can't have your wind down time because I need mine. So sometimes we want him to compromise that.
I feel like
it's hard.
To agree with I'm gonna add on to what Esther said.
Definitely, brother.
What you call it? My sister told me this. My older sister, and she said that when she got pregnant and everything like that, and got married, it doesn't matter how hard of a day that the husband had at work, because once you come home, that's a whole different ministry. So therefore, it doesn't matter.
But what if my boy tired though?
It doesn't matter.
What if my boy tired?
No, it doesn't matter because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you.
Construction work tired.
Here's the thing that this is my sister said, right? And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't really normally agree with my older sister, but she made sense. She said because you have to understand when you dealing with your coworkers or whatever and your employer and all that, that's between y'all. But when you come home, you have a duty to do. You feel what I'm saying? You got to make sure your wife is straight. Even if you're dead tired, bro, this is what you signed up for, bro.
What if he carrying bricks on his head and stuff?
It is what it is.
It depends on the job as well. You know what I'm trying to tell you? Some job, bro, is grueling, bro. You in the sun, you in the roof, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it'll take all the energy out of you. You know what I'm saying? What? Come on, bro. You never been in the sun working, fam? All right, bro.
I'll give him a little slack, especially if you let's say you're a stay-at-home mom, just a little,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Stay on for like an hour or two.
Well, I'm not saying the dude not supposed to go, mess with the jit or whatnot. Of course, have your quality time with your jit.
But here's the thing, though, bro.
You
Like,
wouldn't be waiting till like 5 o'clock. All right, he about to be home.
Yeah,
30 minutes.
throw the jit at him as soon as he walk in the door. You know what I'm
You want to do?
saying? You can't do that, dude.
He's 10 minutes late getting home.
What about you?
But that's where the compromise come in, because then you put the baby to sleep, knowing he's gonna come home, so that when he comes home, he has time to take a little rest. Baby wakes up.
if it was that
Perfect.
easy.
That's perfect right there.
okay, that's fine. I can rock with that. That's fine.
What were you? I know
Baby
you've been
sleep
trying
when
to
I
say
get
I know it's not always
That's
like
okay. I get time to relax.
But the thing is,
shower.
Hold on, no, let's get Nisha in there. What's up, Nisa?
Nah.
See what you was making.
No,
Come
I ain't
on.
Not compromise, bro. That's what I was gonna say.
We compromising the conversation so you can jump in. What's up?
I like that. Compromise.
That's all you had to say.
all right, go now, because
All I was compromise. Like, but no, on the real though,
I
like
forgot, man.
that's
Yeah.
fair. What what y'all saying? Like, baby sleep and then afterwards, the daddy come through and all that. But there's been situations where it wasn't even like that. As soon as I've seen it happen. As soon as daddy came home, like, yo, she get to breathe, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially when the baby's a newborn, bro. Like, all that crying and that going, but she's going through it, bro. Like, listen, I understand. You're working hot in the hot sun, bro. But listen, bro, you're married. You have a child, bro. At the end of the day, bro, you got to make sure we put sweat pizza to lie.
Nah,
you feel me?
after 3 months, fam, it gets easier, whoa. You have a little schedule for the jit to sleep and stuff like that. So you thinking that it's you. It's not. You can't say the jit have a schedule, bro. You make this. That's real for men and
Are we only
feed the
talking
baby.
about
You
like
feel what I'm
when
saying?
the baby is here?
Yeah.
Like, are we?
that was my example.
Yeah.
Are we also
yeah.
talking about like when the baby is in your wife's stomach?
And I think once the woman gets pregnant, both people start to adjust. Because
That's real.
Because I don't think you're supposed to just wait cold turkey. Baby here, oh, now we got to stop. Like, nah.
And women
You got
be
9
faking.
minutes.
What you mean?
Oh yeah,
Sorry. You know what on TikTok? Let me talk to you. I seen a TikTok,
I
right?
ain't faking, dog.
Go ahead.
When the women, don't get me wrong. I know when y'all pregnant, it's hard because y'all got something heavy in there. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't know.
And-
I've never been pregnant.
Well, I'm just saying though, from what I see, I seen like the TikTok. It showed me the lady. She's over there doing cartwheels and stuff when the husband at work and stuff with the jit in the stomach. Like as soon as buddy cut, she can't move. She can't, baby, hit me up, pick me up and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like they play. You know what
But
I'm
she
saying?
cool, though. She cool for doing that, man.
That's great.
She
Nah, she cool for
she
doing
was
that. Give
been
it to her. She
probably
wanted-
flexible and been able to do
No, I'm
that.
just saying, that's how she finessing her, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't
I get it.
Some
You can't knock it.
Early on.
Every situation is different though. Like we're literally talking about gender roles. We're not talking about the fact that there are sometimes people that get pregnant and they don't have that significant other that's there for them. So they gotta provide for themselves and be all figures to be there for their child.
She
when
had
the
bad
child
vagina
comes,
management.
uh,
Let me see that.
Hey,
Bad vagina
you cannot
management.
blame the woman.
Bad vagina management.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Bad for JJ management.
Facts. You women.
What do you mean?
Bro, his
Women should
Go
know.
ahead, cuz.
A man, dog, like, well, I ain't gonna say they should
That's
know a
not
man.
true, though.
But look, this is what I'm
Because
saying.
men move for
Nah,
gazy too,
nah,
though.
you can see the
Like,
quality of a man. You should
There
not
you
be,
go.
You should not be giving yourself up to
That's
being
what I- thank you.
impregnated by a man.
You
that
did it
don't
okay,
perfect.
men shouldn't be lying to women. Let's talk about that.
What you mean, start lying to women like hot?
That's why I go
Lying like, oh, I love you, I'ma take care of you, I'ma be there for you. You put it back, but she put it back to the female head.
Right? 'Cause
A lot of women.
No, that's not even right. You can't say that.
It's not even that.
women
But
intuition.
listen, because some guys are so good with just being
Their
persistent.
responsibility too,
That's
though.
the whole point of
but-
having a relationship with God, the Holy Spirit.
Right, to help. Yes,
But y'all
lead you to
have-
like,
y'all-
but
We
some
can't
guys
sit
are
there,
so
but
persistent
I
with
ain't
their
gonna lie to-
lying.
But look, I cannot.
And God's persistent with His truth.
I can't say that women are this naive or ignorant. Like for y'all to even be saying that it's the man's fault for finessing y'all.
I'm just saying,
y'all,
the
y'all,
Holy
y'all,
Spirit. It's not
y'all be ignoring
No, you gotta
intuitions
listen. You
though.
gotta
I'm
talk
not
about.
saying it's all his fault, but he played a part of it too. I'm
He
just
do.
saying.
Of
Yes,
You're pregnant. That's
but
his
you
fault.
gotta think about generational experiences.
Okay,
Like I can speak about my own experiences where, like, when I look back at my grandmother and my mother, both experiences, my grandmother and my mom dealt with abusive relationships.
Right.
So for me, when I hear a guy say, "Oh, I'll be there for you," after watching my mother go through what she's been through, I'm like, "Ooh, I got a guy to be there for me." Gratefully, I've never had an experience where I've been like, given birth to a child with someone that's been abusive to me. But I have experienced abuse because the guy swore up and down, "I'll be there for you, I rock with you, da 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 da," and keep swearing even after he's done these things. So it's like you can't say a woman needs to be discerning when in reality sometimes there's this thing called generational curses that gets in the way. Granted, there's this thing called breaking generational
Amen.
curses
Amen.
and then being like, you know
Because-
what, all right, I'll make this choice from here on out.
A lot of the generational curses that a lot of people bring up was ignorance. Like that's the only reason that a lot of people fell into them situations was
There's a
ignorance.
verse for that.
So our grandparents and our parents, they didn't know no better. But what I'm saying is, if you watched your mother go through a relationship or multiple relationships that were abusive, you yourself have to be able to spot certain characteristics in a man.
Facts.
And when a man comes and he's telling you that you his everything, women, make this guy prove it, bruh.
Yo,
Pastor, there's a confirmation here. Because at church, our pastor was preaching, and he was saying that, listen.
That pastor be preaching, boy.
Bro, no, the pastor be preaching, though, bro. No, he was like.
I know shit be preaching. He the only pastor out here preaching, boy.
Bro, listen, you know what he said? He said this. He said, look, he was like, yo, listen, the best thing to do is that you got to surround yourself with older people who got wisdom, people who done been through some stuff before, so they could be like, yo, I've been through that. You don't want to go through that. You feel me, male or female? But the problem is that this generation feel like they know it all.
Yes.
And they feel like, bro, you feel me? They got so much pride that they can't ask somebody.
Our parents were the same. Like, that's the generation curse that that she's talking about.
Yeah.
It's that know-it-all mindset, but you don't know nothing.
But sometimes you gotta fall a couple times to learn for yourself.
1,000.
But for what? How many baby daddies have to fall, though?
Everybody has their own experience.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, though, like, bro, I got a homegirl right now, bro. She's still haven't heard the lesson, bro. And like, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be real with you. I still pray for her, but it's like, shawty, bro, you know better, bro. Like, what you want me to do?
That's what I'm saying. I feel
Come
like
on,
women,
man.
like that intuition, that woman intuition is very real. You feel me? I'm not a woman, but I know it's very real.
I feel like the thirstier a woman is, the
when I was a
less
jit, bro, my mom used to tell me, I had a dream.
That's
I
it.
kid you not. Every time I went against it, there was either a shooting or somebody got arrested.
Yeah.
Every damn time, and I would still go against it.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
I'm telling you, like, women have that, bro, especially when it comes to like that kind of connection.
I feel like they ignore that
Strong
stuff.
Yeah, because they want to be in relationships so
the younger
bad.
women, the
Yeah,
younger women
yeah.
don't
Loved
care.
and appreciated. Who doesn't want to be loved and appreciated?
But younger women don't.
But-
They
Take
don't appreciate.
time.
They don't understand
But
it.
men,
Don't go look for it. It'll hit you in the head.
But you see, this is the thing about society. We don't have compassion or empathy for these kind of things. Granted, we should talk about it and be
Yeah.
like, yo, get your stuff together. But at the same time, we have to understand that everyone has their own experiences. They have their own journeys.
Yeah.
And we
That's
have
real.
to accept
That's
that,
true.
like, you know, even though it's like, okay, this is the 16th time, you gonna get it? But maybe they need that person that's like, hey, man, this
That's an
ain't
it
gonna
guy,
work
yeah.
out. Like,
Yeah.
ma'am or sir.
I mean,
Sometimes it don't.
that's literally crazy though.
Nah, no, some people is crazy and
Yeah.
dumb. I
that's
say if you go
crazy.
16 times, that's
Exactly. Like,
something wrong with you. Like,
Yeah.
17
if
one
you
gonna
do
be
the
one.
same thing every time and expect something different, you insane, bro.
There you go.
That's what it
yeah,
is.
That's
That's
the actual
literally what it
definition
is.
of that.
You like that.
Yeah.
When you think it's something for the change.
There's
you
something meant to like.
It's something wrong, bro.
You like it,
Something wrong,
bro.
Yeah, so for
But you know, it's a loophole too.
for those who've been locked up, right? You know how when somebody come out of jail or prison and they still living like they still in prison, you like institutionalized. Like some people, bro, like no lie, like it's one thing to feel sorry for somebody and show empathy, and for some people, dog, it's like, bro, like when are you going to learn? You feel me? Like I love you, I care about you, but like, bro, you acknowledge what you did was wrong. You understood what you did was wrong. You pinpointed what you did was wrong, and you still keep doing wrong. There's nothing else I can do for you then. All I can do right now is pray for you, hope for the better, because I don't wish evil on no one. But let's be real. If you didn't know or you lacking something, cool, but you are fully aware of this, and you're still doing it,
Insane.
And we gotta be real too. Like, ain't no more sugarcoating stuff. Like, ain't no more like, oh, it's nice, it's cute. No, it's not nice, it's not cute.
But you know what's beautiful about what's beautiful about that statement? Like when you say like there's no more of this or no more of that. What I've learned is it takes that person to actually realize that. Like you actually had to get to the age of actually realizing that. 5 years ago, it would have actually been an issue. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you've actually gotten to that point. So I respect what a young lady was saying. Some people need to bump their heads a couple times, but what we're telling you is, bruh, stop letting anybody impregnate you. Like there's mistakes that you can make in this world, but there's certain mistakes that you have to try to avoid.
Facts.
Bringing a child into this world, I don't think there's anything that's more beautiful that can be done. So you should definitely make sure that you actually connected with somebody that's real.
Yeah.
And make sure it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, man.
I mean, even without talking about having kids, like I feel like myself, I consider myself to be a pretty connected person. So when I'm around somebody and that icky energy comes around, I feel hypothetically impregnated by their their aura and their energy, and I'm like, ugh, this feels gross. I don't want to be around this. But that's when that person decides to sit with themselves, be with themselves, and tap into whatever. When you sit with yourself and tap in, that's when you'll be able to say, okay, cool, I can feel this energy. And even if you feel that energy and you want to move past it, you want to associate with them, that's on you. But at least be able to say, like, oh, I feel this and I feel icky, and then make the conscious choice of to be with it or be not, then I feel like, that's for that person to decide.
Nah, definitely fair. Definitely fair.
I agree.
You could, like, I don't believe in all the energies and stuff like that. Like, in regards to, like, the universal mindset of saying, like, energy. But it's not capped that you walk into a room and you can feel.
You can feel vibrations.
You can feel it, bro. Like,
Here's the thing, what do we call it, though?
Vibration.
Okay, with discernment, right? You ever been around somebody give you a bad vibe?
I can feel it.
You can feel like something's off. Like something heavy here.
I'll be like, what's going on?
They labeled it today as energy and stuff, but that's we were born with it, man. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a situation where you can literally be in a room with a person. Somebody could be way across the room. They not even in your peripheral. But you can feel them looking at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, our spirits are bigger than our actual flesh. And I think some people don't understand that. Like, your spirit has reached that we do not, like, on the physical level.
One and only God right there, Jesus Christ, that died for us. Don't forget.
Amen. So that's why we got to tap in onto our spirit for real.
That's scam talk, man.
But with that being said, man, we're going to go to this little game, man, called What's More Disrespectful. I guess we're going to take a little break before that.
Go ahead.
So,
You're
take a little break.
Passion fruit almost finishing.
But like, a 30-second break.
Yeah, go ahead.
We gotta stand up and make it loud. Just like I thought on the Pharaoh, let my people go. We are a new generation from the ones who have gone before. He's calling us into freedom, let my people go. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God said he's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. We are the sons of the
James?
Yeah, huh?
Tell me how I knew.
He said when the beat drop.
Yeah, you know how that be, man. We try to mess up the vibe sometimes.
Yeah.
But if y'all don't know, man, we in here sipping on Cremas. This is Haitian Cremas. We got it in 3 different flavors, from strawberry to passion fruit. Our Zoes call it Grenadier, and the original, that which has the raisins in it. If you want to purchase that, please, man, reach out to me. You know, my mother makes that. The bottles are ready, and y'all can see by everybody that's licking their lips from drinking liquor, like, this is that different stuff. And Zoes, we do it different, man. So if you want you a bottle of Cremas, hit me up, man. Hit me up, and we got you. So we're going to go into this game, man, called What's More Disrespectful? What's More Disrespectful?
Can you pass me the bottle, please?
Don't get too drunk in here now, man.
Yeah, we good.
All right, bet.
If I tombe là.
Vai o que fez? Ele quando vai lá, gu. All right.
Try to describe everyone. He's in town, man. It's fire.
All right, so look, y'all ready for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
run
we're
it.
ready. It's just you brought this.
Yo, that's a bar, bro. You gotta compromise, man. Hey, get you a strawberry Cremas and compromise, bro.
My bad.
Shout out to, hey, man, sending it. How are you, mommy?
Hey.
Yeah. She got
This
it.
is delicious.
Hey.
Never had grandma's before.
Oh, bless God.
Hey, she's Haitian by association.
Oh,
Yes, she is. She is Haitian by
Speak Creole,
association.
I don't know what's happening.
No, don't worry about her. She's Haitian. Karen, you know Carrington, right? Carrington, you know Carrington, bro. You know Carrington. That's Carrington cousin right here, bro.
I gotta see Carrington.
OG Lake Worth, bro. OG, big OG.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Pastor Neff.
We here.
Pastor Gay.
Cheers.
Don't call me no pastor.
All right, man. Yeah, let's get it. So, what's more disrespectful? Number 1, being invited to a dinner and there's no real food, only chips and water, versus being invited to an event but they gave you the wrong address and nobody's picking up the phone.
I just wanted to speak.
The wrong address, not picking up the phone.
Address. Dinner.
The dinner.
Dinner. I want to.
They set me up.
Definitely no.
No, that address. I'll go right back.
Yeah, that sounds like Jen. What was the question?
If you invite me and there's no food, like.
Yeah, the food. I went starving the whole day thinking about this boy.
You want to get starving? It's at dinner.
Is that only Haitians that do that?
What, starve the whole day to go eat at the people's stuff?
When you know there's something coming up.
I do that.
Well, I'm starved. What?
I love my lesson. Anytime I'm invited somewhere to just take on food, I eat first, bro. I don't care. I bring my own to-go plate and get whatever they got left. I'm sorry.
Not your own to-go plate.
Yeah, I keep some in the car, bitch.
You thought I was a fat guy, bro.
Half and half for the room, half and half.
I don't like that address part. That
The address.
They both suck
because
they
I'm
said
but I don't like my food getting played with. Like,
Yeah,
Better
I'd
be
be
there.
more
It's okay.
sense.
You can go out to eat.
With the event, I'd be like, with the address, I just go back home and I say I tried to come.
Yeah, facts. That ain't nothing. I hit a movie so
It's the
fast.
wrong address, and you're not picking up. I feel like you wanted to like give me this invite to like shut me up, but then like
Yeah.
you wrote
That's
the wrong
all right.
address, so like you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
That's
But
all right. I go right back.
I ain't your friend no more.
Right here.
that's when you block, delete
That's
everything, unfollow, like.
I hit a U-turn so quick.
Yeah.
delete
But it's
number,
like you're not
like.
answering.
Number
though.
two,
It's
number
like
two.
You're purposely not answering, dude.
VCA.
Let's go to number 2, man.
Go
Number
ahead.
Because
But
you
number
said
two-
All right, number two.
2. Junior, you wanted to say something first. I was cutting you off. My bad, bro.
I said the strawberry Clemence is fire. I just want. I was
Vamos cego.
No, it's fire. I'm not even gonna lie. Bro. I don't even like strawberry, bro.
See what you
Oh, maybe I
see
should
what you
try it,
get
but
when
I
you
got the cocoa.
compromise.
Know what I'm saying? When you talking about, you see what Neff was saying, it wasn't earlier. All right, number
Full
2.
circle.
Number 2. What's more disrespectful? People that go to their room when they have company over and leave the guests in the living room with like they peoples,
I'm dead.
or
That's me though.
getting a who's this
That's cool,
when getting a who's this as a response after texting a friend.
Who this?
The who
Who
did.
this?
Who this have to
No, the first
I
one.
don't care about the who's
I think
that.
the
If
first-
you
yeah, the
invite
first
me
one.
over, if you invite me over and you leave me with these random people, I'm gonna be mad. But I'm friendly as hell, so I'll make friends.
The reason why I don't mind about the first one is because whoever I'm letting in the house like is good friends with me, and if I'm letting like my mom, my parents be around you, you know them already. So
You
you
went to your room.
Wait, regardless, bro.
Y'all can hear it.
It's the
Y'all don't
wis-
hear it? She's saying that she's that person.
Yeah.
So you go to the room like
We
that
know.
and just
You
don't
do
come
that?
out?
I ain't.
That's
So
what
you say I invited you, but I left you out
Nisha,
there?
is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what.
Is that what you said?
She would have gone.
That's what I'm saying. Cause
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like that first one to me is more disrespectful.
Nah.
The who this part, that's nothing, bro. You don't know who that person
Not
is.
me, bro.
Who this, bro?
No, maybe they got a new number. They got a new number. Who this?
Your cousin.
they got a new number.
Nah,
that
fam.
means
It's your cousin, bro.
It could mean a lot of things.
I had the same number since 1999, fam. And I text you, say, who this, bro? Just know we're not friends
Nah,
no more,
but
dog.
listen,
No, that's
I'm-
dead, bro.
I'm that person. My phone, it gets so focused, I don't delete things, so it deletes my contacts. So if someone texts, it's dead serious. Someone texts me and I'm like, oh man, who's this? They're gonna hate me. But I'll follow it. But like, listen, don't hate me. This and this, blah blah.
Yeah, that's who this is. Hey, like, come on, man.
I done that before with like, so I said who.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to somebody. I'm like, yo, who this is, bro? Who this?
Like your whole mood changed. You don't even. You forgot what you was gonna say and all.
But can you imagine no game, bro? You invite a person to your crib, bro. You let them salon, and you go straight to your room. That's rude. That's my little fit, bro. In the Haitian culture.
Neff, you
that
It's the main one. Do
Neff,
that,
you
bro.
got there
Honestly,
waiting
I'm
for
the
5
person that
minutes.
will leave you with my
The
guests.
main
I'll
one.
leave.
Yes.
I will go to my bathroom for 3 hours and leave you
My
outside.
mom would never
Crazy.
guess.
Bro,
I
just
don't even know this.
I'll leave.
honestly,
You don't
just
have
knock
to
on
do
the
that.
door.
I'm out of
Just
here.
knock on my door.
What you mean?
Denisha.
Don't
I'll be
No.
like, what's up? My bad. My
That's
bad,
another
girl.
disrespect, bro. You
I'm
know?
going home.
My bad,
I can't
girl.
see
That's
you.
how you serve the guests at home?
My bad, girl. Just come in the room.
They gonna be
That's not
alright.
compromising.
They gonna be alright.
All right, so last one, man. Last one. What's more disrespectful? Getting skipped in line at the store or bank by an elderly lady, like she finesse you and just skip you, versus waiting in line for 30 minutes for tickets, get to the booth and they say it's sold out.
Sold out.
Sold out.
That hurt.
I mean,
It's
how's
the
that
soul.
different?
It's gotta be the sold out
What am I
for
gonna
me.
do with the elderly lady? I'm gonna just be like, go ahead.
Come on, get in a chokehold. Listen, bro. You've been here for a while already, dog. they feel like they could do anything they want, bro. You ever see them sumo
Oh, yeah, they
go
don't
dog?
care.
They don't
They
care who
do
you
know.
is. They like you don't see you, dog. Just walk in there. Nah, fam. Bro, this case
I
of
love the
water, bro.
sound
Anything. Man, get out of here, bro. Please.
Oh my
This
goodness.
case of water on my shoulder, bro. You think I'm... Bro, I'm sorry.
The
Call me-
elderly person,
Papi,
you know what, it's fine. You know, they be annoying sometimes. They think because they're older, they could do whatever they want.
I'm saying.
But
Entitled.
if I'm waiting for 3 hours in the line, that's mad. That's so.
Sorry, we sold out.
Get there early.
That's so frustrating.
If you get there early,
Yeah.
sucks out of luck.
Worse.
I mean, I get it.
Once you get there early and it's still.
That mean you left
But I
your
wouldn't
house
say it's
early?
disrespectful. They didn't purposely do it to you. So
You don't know what
I'll
it
be
is.
the elderly.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? We have
I'm
no
gonna feel
more.
some type of way. We're sold out. Flash.
They ain't trying to hear none of your BS.
That happened to me before, waiting for shoes and stuff.
So look here, man.
Ain't too bad.
I really want to get to this next question, right? But it's almost midnight, man. What y'all think?
Run
Next
it,
question.
man.
Next question.
Next question.
Some people showed up late.
Okay.
But Neff wanted him though.
No, I wasn't late. I came
I'm
before
sorry,
Esther.
then
I went to
don't
go
me,
to get
man.
something to drink for your information. I was here.
Depends on who was in the building.
So thank you.
The boy Ronald say Neff cooling right now with the crib man.
You feel me?
Hey, what's up, Ronald? Hey, Ronald, what up, man? What's going on? Hey, listen, Sandy Nick got cremas on deck, the strawberry. But them saying like, get you the passion fruit.
Get you the
You know what I'm saying? All that, bro. You feel me?
passion.
All that. If you like strawberry, get you strawberry. I'm allergic, but you know what I'm saying? Get you some strawberry.
Haitians ain't allergic.
No.
I'm not saying you're allergic to mungo, man. Come on, man.
So true. It's like Haitians don't really be allergic to anything.
But no, they do though. Like you be seeing, like I don't know if you noticed this, but like there's a lot of women that and I just came to this realization. A lot of older women have like bellies. You know what I'm saying? They not fat, but like they'll have like the little pop belly or whatever, right?
Guys
Like,
too though.
I know, but I'm just saying like
Yeah.
Guys.
a lot of times.
Hey.
A lot of times what we don't understand is that that's actually like swelling in your colon. Like it's not your belly.
Interesting.
Ooh.
So like that's something that women need to, you know what I'm saying, look into. Like if you got a friend that she got a little belly on, like she got to start doing them cleanses, them flushes.
So they need prostate checks.
their colon. They got to flush out their colon. Sometimes it just be inflammation. All
Okay.
right, but look, let me ask y'all, man. This came from Esther. This is a crazy question. I really want to know what y'all think about it. Nah, Esther on the executive producer, Esther.
Okay.
Let's say you weren't pocket watching the person that you married to.
I'm dead.
You end up marrying this person and find out they like $750,000 in debt 6 months into the marriage. So basically at this point, getting that dream house, getting them cars, all that stuff that y'all was talking about, it ain't gonna happen anytime
Sounds
soon.
like a compromise.
So what do we do next?
Start a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
Start a GoFundMe.
Hold on, I got one thing to say.
What's up,
But
Joe?
okay, this is my thing. You know, I feel like before getting into marriage with someone, before you guys sign that paper, why aren't we having these conversations? Hey, what's your situation? It does happens, but I just feel like that's really, really important
So
because like this is it. This is a done deal. We signed a paper. We're in this together now. You know, ain't no coming back. Like you guys invested all this time. You know, you feel like this is the one. So I just feel like these conversations should be taken up first. I know some people don't want to discuss these things. They're probably scared. They want to hide it. They feel like, I feel like if I tell her this, she probably don't want to be with me. She probably is going to have some reservations and stuff. But I just feel like it's really, really important to have these conversations. Now that they're in this,
No, but look. So I
Yeah,
want to
you
say
kinda
that was a beautiful disclaimer, right? With
I like
the
your soliloquy.
conversation, that was a disclaimer to let you guys understand. Have these. That's what we're trying to get to. Have those conversations, but within this situation right here, these people are already in this situation.
What you want?
What are you doing next if you
You
find
gotta
out?
compromise, bro.
Yeah.
Compromise.
That's it. So what do we do? So we compromising or do we leave?
Divorce.
Compromise.
Voice for that, bro. You
Compromise, though.
How much did you say it was? 750K?
Yo,
You know, there's people in their lifetime that never had 750K. Like they never.
That's what
really
I'm trying to
750K.
say. 750K ain't no chump change.
That's a little small stuff. 750K, bro. That's $1 million.
And how you ain't pocket watching so deep? You don't see 750,000K.
750K. You can't do
What the
nothing.
heck that is?
Bro, 750.
That's real, bro. It's the thing, though.
Some
Okay,
people cover up their debt.
but it's
That
that's
is
the
wild
problem
to
with
me.
that.
Mommy at the table be like, yeah, just
The
so you
reason
know,
they're in debt
before
because
we
they
get married,
have
I'm in
luxury
debt.
cars
Just so you know.
and nice clothes. That's why they in debt.
Bro, that's $1 million.
So they
wild.
got money.
Very wild, bro.
That's $1 million.
That's literally almost $1 million.
That's $1 million, bro. Divorce.
So we don't get too lost in it. Y'all know we say 750
Nah, you
to
can't
make
divorce
it
them after all that.
exaggerated.
That's extreme.
We exaggerated the 750, but understand that people come into these situations and you don't find out. So let's just say that you have to understand that you would not be getting the house that you thought you wanted or the cars that you guys were planning about. How do y'all feel about this finding out after being married to this person?
I blame myself, to be
Well,
honest.
we would honestly, aside from all that, like
Take
then
that L.
I would feel frustrated, I would get upset, but then we had
It's
to
a
sit
big
down
L,
and make a
Esther.
whole plan, make a whole financial plan to rectify the situation. We chose to be in this partnership together, so now let's really like make it work.
That's right.
You
Compromising.
know what I'd be worried about? His spending habits that put him in that debt. And if he's humble enough for me to take over and help fix it.
He better?
Yeah,
I'm
not
sorry.
take over
He
the
better?
debt, but the budget.
He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
Take over the budget.
And I'm just saying,
But-
he knew. Like if he married you, he knew. You about to take over everything.
See,
Take over the budget, not the debt. You know what I'm saying? But like, when
He's
you get your
definitely
paycheck,
not
I'm
in
gonna
charge.
determine how much
Married,
goes
isn't that
towards.
technically your debt too?
Yeah, it is.
that's
We locked in
Yes.
for life.
You heard that, Esther? Not you, Queen. Esther, talking about
You said I do
talking
for
about
better
you
or for
being
worse to death do us part.
But you look, wait.
Pastor
No,
Gabe.
go rich.
So we married though.
Listen, real quick. I think that we have to take it into consideration what you just said. Like if I get married to somebody, my debt is your debt. Why? Because if we getting married and I got 20 million in the bank, that's our money, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in debt. Remember what? Whose money? Nah, I can't remember that one time we was talking about the money about how
No,
like
I'm just
if I'm
saying.
rich, you said that's
If I'm rich, we rich. So if I'm in debt, we both in
I
debt.
agree with that, but
So when you talk
that's
about
what
divorce.
this is what I'm saying. Listen.
I'm finna
The
pass
amount.
this in my spirit.
That's real. The amount really matters. Pastor Gabe.
That's what I'm saying.
The amount really matters, man. A little 20,000, 30K, we could work through that.
But bro, what about she already 6 months pregnant?
And what?
And
She's
that's
still
when-
in debt,
that's when you find out.
750K?
That's when you find out she pregnant with
Her
your shit.
legit broke, bro. I can't do it, dog. 750K, bro. Nah, bro. Listen.
That's a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
tell
money.
y'all, that's a lot of
It's a
money.
lot of money.
People don't understand how much that is. $1 million.
I know, trust me.
There's people that's 80 years old that never seen $1 million in their
I
lifetime
did
put
it, but I
together.
said I do. Sickness and health.
I'll take care of the jit, bro.
Said I do.
All that stuff.
Now if that was you,
I
that was
said
in that. If
broken
I was
and-
It's funny how some of y'all.
myself in
It's
the
funny how some of y'all was saying
Bankruptcy.
compromise for a whole lot of things, but when it comes to the debt, compromise ain't being vocal. I ain't vocalizing that, dude. You gotta compromise.
I'm compromising my life. Who, me? That's a
How? But you gotta compromise.
Nah, bro.
But you gotta compromise.
You wasn't pocket
He
watching.
didn't lie because he said you weren't pocket watching. So
Exactly.
maybe that's your fault for not paying attention.
Now I'm gonna tell you this right now. The second you call me and you tell me I'm in debt, I bet all the bank accounts are gonna be in my name. I'm managing. We getting an
You gonna be
accountant
single.
to get us out, and that's
I
it.
can't do that.
I still need something in my
I
name.
let you be the
That
man
pride, I
or
tell
the
you.
masculine,
The light
whatever.
bill.
And you did what you
The light
did,
bill.
and
Hey,
it's
some
no
men gotta
longer
get
in
rid
your
of that
hands.
pride and admit they can't manage money.
Nah, you gonna
Right.
have
I
to.
don't need nothing big in my name. Just something like a little.
Nah,
Alright, so tell
we're
me
done
this.
here.
A little PNC.
I can't
And
deal
give
with
him
that
a
debt.
$20 allowance every week.
Man, y'all foul, man.
Heck no. that
I'm
ain't
sorry,
Debt
dog.
is your debt, all right?
Yes,
If
yes.
I would,
Your
dog.
debt,
But not just like.
I'll tell you file bankruptcy before we get married, dog.
Like,
You gotta file bankruptcy.
Let me ask y'all this though. So let's say that you guys are already married, right? What about if your partner takes out a loan on the house that you guys are staying in without speaking to you,
That's a problem.
and you end up losing the
What
house?
kind of marriage are you in where you're not communicating?
That's a
Some
problem.
people be taking chances out here and they don't want to talk to you about it because you always gonna say no. So he like, man,
I'ma just
That's
do it.
just
I'ma do
not
it.
how it's gonna work for
he done
me.
forged your signature and everything.
Bro. Oh, if he forges
Not forged
it's
a
illegal.
signature.
Nah, you got divorced.
Hey, that's
That's the whole
You got divorced. You got divorced. You got
I think
divorced.
it's
come in.
You got divorced. You got
What?
divorced.
Nah, you got a
Nah,
divorce.
you got divorced.
If you
Divorce?
cannot communicate with me,
Try me, Jet.
It's one thing to take the long
Try
out.
to be me, bro.
Like you do it by yourself,
That
but if you forge my name, you went a little bit too far.
That's why you gotta have a unique signature,
Like
fam.
the house. Behind the house. Listen like
it's
crazy.
just
What?
it's just
Go
the
take a loan out
audacity
the
for
house?
me.
I can't do
But
it.
you know, even if you get divorced,
Divorce.
that depth is still gonna be your depth.
Hold on.
Nah, not even sign a
For
prenup.
both people?
Nah, if y'all bought the home together, both y'all names on it, and y'all lose it, both y'all credit getting hit, bitch.
Oh, that's true.
What y'all
Major
saying?
hit, bro. No way, man. You cannot just go get
Why
it.
would you?
Wait, I'm like-
Why would you marry this person in the first place?
So either way, I'm in debt.
that
That's
Bro,
what
shit.
you saying.
that ain't no
Here's the thing,
joke,
man.
bro. It'll set you back
People
20
switch up on
years,
you, though,
fam.
dog. Like when you get married, though, like you think you know somebody, bro, until you really like, you feel me? So you gotta just be careful. Like those red flags.
I refuse to believe that.
Like I'm just
What?
saying, you just gotta be careful.
Believe what?
Like I'm just saying, like bro, like for some people, look. All I'm saying is that, bro. People think like in the beginning stage, right? You supposed to like examine the person, which is true. But bro, people could put up a front for so long,
Love is
bro,
blind.
until when you really tie that knot
I
and you
don't
start
believe
realizing
that.
like, damn, this
They
person
get
really
married.
this way.
That's real.
Real talk. You
Listen.
think when you actually with the person, y'all
They
live in the
think they
house
know.
together.
Your
You think you know?
You think they
You really
know
think you know? I know somebody personally, bro. He found out, bro, his wife was a scammer, bro, and he had to
Bro,
divorce
chill,
her.
bro.
No, it happens a lot. A lot of people get married and they didn't. There's a whole show based on that. Like I didn't know who I married or something
Yeah, I
like that.
feel like
It
women
happens
do
a
that
lot.
before the baby, though.
But it's like
As long as it's all before the baby, we're good. It's not fair to the
I
child.
feel like a lot of women put a facade before the baby come out. As soon as the baby come out, it's a new person you with.
Bruh.
Am I wrong? I didn't quiet. Yeah, I ain't never heard about this quiet, bro.
I know, right? When that baby come out, life is different.
It's a new person, fam.
For those who have, well, you only one got, well, those who got children, the mothers who got children.
Who?
Yeah,
The
that's what I'm
dude?
saying. The woman. The
Oh, is it actual new
hormones,
person
it's-
because you're a mother now?
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
No, so you should treat your boyfriend different or your husband different?
I don't think there's no
Well,
excuse
Nah,
for
that's
it.
not.
I don't think-
Wait,
That's not compromising.
You just said yes.
Yes. It's abuse.
I don't think
Hey, you
there's an
trip, you
excuse.
better not
It's
treat
an
me no
excuse to
different after this jit.
mistreat
That's what I'm trying to
your
tell you.
spouse, but I do think
It's gonna happen.
sometimes it could become more of a challenge not to, because your hormones and you're losing sleep trying to take care of the baby. You probably feel bad about how your body looks now. You lose your free time. It's like a lot that goes on with a woman.
Men
But
say a child like she was
it's
pregnant
not
before.
an excuse. I'm not
So
saying
like,
it's an excuse, but it's not as easy.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh.
So to go back to the first question in regards to compromising, right?
Mm-hmm.
After having a child with a person, do we compromise more for the child or your husband?
Crazy.
Or do you compromise more for your child or your wife? Like,
The child.
Child.
who gets more importance if you married?
The child.
No.
Oh.
Biblically speaking, like, listen,
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a spouse.
I like what y'all saying because
I
it
get what
sounds
y'all
good.
saying.
Because I,
Wait. Hold on.
If y'all
No,
married, right?
No,
Yeah.
I like what they're saying because it sounds very good.
Right.
But that's
I want
not.
you guys to
That's
really
not.
think about it, though.
That's
Really
not.
think
That's
about
not
it. Yeah, it's
Bible.
a spouse.
Like for those who believers, bro. If you the husband, bro, you gotta compromise for your wife.
It's your wife.
That's it. Like you feel me? Like
I like what they're saying.
like it's dope what y'all saying. Like you know the child.
I think if
So-
both couples actually invest into each other, it trickles down to
Yes.
the
Legit.
child. So you got to
Exactly.
focus on your spouse, and then it'll
Yes.
trickle
That's
down. But
real,
if
but-
you
I think a
neglect
lot
your
of-
spouse, it's gonna mess
Exactly, and
everything
I think a
up.
lot of people actually end up doing that. Like they'll
do.
end up putting so much energy into this child.
It's easy
Yeah.
to get lost
And
in your child.
you-
They suck up a
The
lot of
women do
your
that a lot.
time. Yeah, it suck
Am
up.
I wrong?
You're
I
wrong.
agree with
Do
you.
the women?
They do.
Today's a women day. It's,
Facts,
real talk,
boy.
though.
Facts.
No,
it happens a
you're
lot,
right,
though.
Ken.
Like
You're right.
when a
Go Jennifer. Jennifer Lakali.
je vais là, oui.
She chilling.
Je le mets sous là.
She
Oh, she on the crib.
Yeah, she on the cremas,
But
man.
Jennifer, how you feel about it? Like,
That's not even it.
who gets more?
what?
Who deserves more attention in a relationship after having a child? Like, is it the child or the spouse?
She really trying to focus on this.
That's a tough question.
Yeah, I
because
think people need to think about it more.
How old is the child?
because I agree
A
with
newborn.
Nev said with the with biblically speaking, with at the end of the day, because that is your partner. Like, you know, when you're done raising your child, who are you gonna come back home to? Your child or your man?
That's right. That's what happens.
That's a little tough, but like, okay, just because I'm gonna say, for the time being, when they're a baby, you know, they're young, I feel like you need to give them a little more attention. You know, because you're raising them, and right now we're in this world where it's a lot of crazy stuff out there. Kids are being exposed to a lot more things than we were exposed to when we were younger. So I feel like you should give them a little more attention and guidance as to how to live here on this earth. But when they get older, take care of your man. But
I don't think you should wait till they get older.
But you can't wait 18 years to take care of them.
No, I said when they get older.
I'm just saying, like, when I say older, like when they're like, 9, 8 years.
That's
That's a long time. That man already got a relationship.
I didn't want to say it.
I'm not saying don't take care of him, but I'm just saying for the sake of the kid, because it's like I said, it's a lot of crazy thing out here, guys. Like kids, like you don't understand
but
how.
I think that once you guys have built that relationship, like what Queen Esther was saying, you guys together will take care of the child.
Exactly.
You could take care of the child together. Like if you see your child having trouble in school, you guys talk to the child together. So it's like always a family thing. So it's not like, I'm gonna talk to my son and then you neglect your son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See,
so you do it together. Yeah. You come up with the plan together. Deal with the kids. Send the kid to the room, and it's you and your spouse. Like you don't.
See,
but
I'm sorry.
It is easy to get, especially for women, to get lost in taking care of their children because their children are demanding, and then we're naturally nurturers. So it's like. You hear where, and then the mother's like, what? Like naturally.
That's facts.
She has to fight that.
That's facts. Can you pass that bottle on? That's facts, though.
No, but look, see, that was a perfect example when Jenny was answering the question.
Right.
You got to give the jit more attention because it's a jit. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it a couple of years. I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's going to mess up your relationship. You know what I'm trying to tell you?
Talking to the mic.
I'm not saying not to take care of your partner. Yes, take care of both. I'm just saying for the sake of the kid, you want to make sure that you're giving them the right teaching guidance in this world. Just getting a little more attention. Obviously,
do it together.
I'm still gonna take care of him. But I'm just saying, like, I just want to make sure my child is good, is set. I don't want nobody else raising my kid. I don't want nobody else trying to raise my child. This is my child. This is my responsibility.
But look, after you put that baby to sleep, you need to come put your man to sleep.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
Glory be to God. Glory be to God. Glory. Hallelujah. Hallelujah to Hosanna in the highest. The Bible says you have to worship. Oh, Lord. Pastor, you preaching right now. You preaching.
I agree.
You literally just spent 2 hours.
Yes.
And I'm in the bed waiting, and you come
feel
in
me?
to go to sleep.
What?
Come on,
Put me to sleep.
The man done stressed.
To my future wife, put me to sleep. Put me to sleep. Put me to
He
sleep.
took the whole bed, bro.
Let's
Like,
worship.
come on, man.
Let's worship to the Lord.
Oh
Let's
my
worship.
goodness.
Yes. Put me to sleep.
Get warmed up.
I want to worship to some Jodeci. Amen.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I want to worship to
ready,
Keith
bro.
Sweat.
No way.
So
And don't be cheap in the bed with me.
It's important.
Don't let the woman do it by herself. Cause when she because a lot of
I
men
respect that. I
they
respect
let the
that.
woman do a lot of the child thing
all
by herself.
that,
By the
yeah.
time she gets to the room, she is knocked like she's
Respect.
done.
She tired.
So a hit for the men is getting in there.
What you need, man?
You need a Red Bull?
What?
Come on, we gotta hurry up, man.
I'm
You
sorry.
need a shot of espresso?
Get in there because, like I said, a woman's naturally gonna just jump in and take care of her child,
No,
even if she's doing a little bit too much. It's our nature to
Yes,
nurture
respect.
and take care.
1000%.
So if you jump in, you're gonna make it easier for her. She probably gonna look at you like, ooh. Wait till the child falls on you. You know,
Amen.
like,
Yes.
serious.
Glory. Glory. No, I like what she's saying. It's true.
Nef is definitely Monday.
No, that's
One last question.
That's the whole meaning of compromising right there. You feel what I'm saying? Fellas, you gotta compromise, bro. You gotta compromise, bro.
Gabe got something to say.
One
Fellas.
last question, man. One last question.
Gabe got something.
Glory be to God. Amen, 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 amen.
Wait. Let Gabe do his thing.
Spirit now?
Do
Going back to game.
women get jealous of the men that like are very caring to their daughters?
Shoot,
Yes, they
Cause I
are.
hear women get jealous
love
of their
it.
You know what I
daughters.
Yes,
mean?
they are, fam. Listen.
That doesn't make sense.
I love it.
Don't make sense. Jealous.
They literally get jealous of their daughters.
Yes. Oh, hey, listen.
It's a real thing.
Listen.
Very
man.
interesting.
Kid, I want you to.
No. Miss Jennifer, listen. But probably, wait, listen.
Wait, let's sound like
I
you
got a
example.
daughter, dog. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Me and the mother are not together. Okay. I did the best I can to spoil my jit. Me, when I feel like spoiling my
As you
jit,
should.
you know what I'm saying? With material stuff. You feel me? Like, if I buy my jit, because I remember this is a story. I was doing good in my life at that time. You feel me? I'm still doing good too, but I was making a lot of money. Every time I bought me some shoes, I bought my jit some shoes.
As you should.
Every time I bought me jewelry, I bought my jit jewelry, right?
Period.
One day, the woman came up to me and was like, "Hey, stop buying your kid too much Jordan, bro."
What?
Have you ever heard that before?
No.
Saying that,
reasoning?
the reason is she's gonna mess them up. I said,
She lying.
She wants some jewelry.
I don't. Thank you. I don't care. The whole
She
point
ain't gonna mess
is,
them up.
Buy for 3 now.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. But there's women
That's
that's
what
not
you really
gonna
wanted to say,
be
though.
like happy, like, oh, my jit got dumb Jordans or.
I feel like
But hold on.
The men
But
take-
hold on.
Never,
Before we continue the conversation,
That's
no,
the
you say
reason.
you wanted to get to 100, right? We at 121, bro. We at 121, my boy.
No, the how
gotta
many people
leave
watching
one
right
house.
now?
cut my slide.
No, but the thing is, you weren't with her, so that's why she probably's like, why you buying so much for my?
That's what I said.
I'm glad,
She not
I'm glad
with
that you
you.
said that.
That's the truth.
I just hope I have some women on here that which can go in the comments. Any woman that which can go in the comments and tell us,
That's
are we
not-
capping or are we not capping?
But listen,
Fact,
but
I
here's the
just felt like,
I'm gonna say this though, cuz like no lie. To be honest with you, bro, I just want to say, bro, you're doing a great job as a dad.
I appreciate
You know,
it,
you feel me?
man.
Like I
It's
feel
a
like
struggle,
I
bro.
feel like y'all don't
Take
get
care
enough
of
credit.
your
As fathers, we don't get enough credit, bro, because there's always
a struggle,
like
bro.
deadbeats and all of that. So
It's
shout
a
out to all the
struggle.
mothers who really appreciate the fathers. You feel me? But I just feel like anytime
struggle
a
when you're not
parent
with the woman.
is jealous, bro, of their child
You know
being
what I'm saying?
spoiled by
That's
the other
sad.
parent, it is some type of insecurity. As a matter of
That's what I'm
fact,
saying.
I'm gonna go deeper with it. I think that's dangerous, bro.
Yes.
If
it
you could
is.
be jealous of your own child,
That's
bro.
sad.
That's
Y'all seen the
what I'm
movie
trying to
Precious?
tell you, bro.
Y'all seen Precious the movie?
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same
What she
thing,
threw
bro.
a dress at her head
But I
or
think
something?
it's because like in my experience and like my opinion, I think it's like okay, it's like she wants you to be like she had like a perspective of you like in the first place of being like a deadbeat. So when she really see like you care and like you really see like yo bro, I'm
She
really
can't
taking
badmouth
care of
you
my
to
dude, and
friends.
it's like now it's like dang, everybody's seeing like so I can't really say.
But it's
nothing.
not only that. It's like even if you guys are together, bro, like women will watch a man that's like so caring and nurturing to this girl, but he doesn't give her his wife that same
That
affection.
attention,
Yeah, it's not
Like
that I'm
that-
jealous.
husband and wife, like,
hello,
a wife
we're
would do
husband and
that?
wife.
Like, yeah,
should-
I should clarify. They're jealous of the affection and the attention that the child.
It doesn't matter.
I ain't gonna lie.
I
It doesn't
mean-
matter. It really doesn't
I
matter.
mean, we just spoke
They-
about
Gabe
technically
said
we
that
just spoke
the
about
man
it. Like, you know what I'm
neglecting
saying?
his wife though.
But the
Well,
thing is,
this-
like,
Rub my jit
like,
feet
bro,
like she's
listen,
Men
bro,
don't like
my
being
woman.
neglected.
Listen, bro,
so
I'm gonna just say this though,
women
dog.
don't
Anytime when it comes to children, bro, like here's the thing, like, why would you want to be jealous of that, dog? I just feel
Wait.
that is so.
But
Wait, Gabe just said the man's not paying attention to his wife.
is bringing
Yeah.
y'all child, bringing his food out first,
Uh-huh.
catering to him in that way, stuff that she should be doing to
For you.
Feel some type
I don't care.
No, I don't care.
That's my jit.
well, honestly, that's a generational
Maybe
thing.
the
too.
food,
Like,
my food need to come out
I
first.
need my
Well,
plate.
go on,
My plate need to come out
Right,
first.
no,
But other than
I
that,
don't worry about
Here's
that.
the thing.
To be
I grew up in a
honest,
traditional.
I don't worry about that.
I grew up in a traditional Haitian home. You know, the daddy gets served first and all of that. But you mean to tell me if my wife, right, let's say she's whipping up something in the kitchen and she want my son, you know what I'm saying,
Nope.
to eat for all that, I'm not
Nope.
gonna feel no type of way.
Nope.
Like, I'm not gonna feel no
I'm
type
always gonna
Gabe
see
said
my
no.
man first, though.
You gotta get your plate first, Gabe?
Yeah, just to show my son what it is. Like,
it
nah,
could be
that's
beyond,
real.
but it's
I respect
beyond
that.
like your
bro.
relationship
that's
because.
that's
I
your mother,
respect
but that's
that.
my wife, bro. Like,
I respect that.
yeah,
But
bro.
if that
But it would
person,
hurt me though.
if she never had that when she was younger, she's gonna get jealous about that too. Where it's like, you're giving love to my child. I never was treated like
I
that.
believe
I
that's
don't
what
feel
it
comfortable
was.
seeing that.
But it's the thing though. It's the
That's
fact
still
that
not good, though.
I believe
That's your wife,
if you're
She gotta
not
work on it.
if you're not with the woman, if you're not with the woman and you treating the jit, I guess the way they thought they should have been treated by you, it probably would stir up
Yeah.
that little jealousy. You know what I'm trying to tell you? That's what I'm saying. Like,
You never rub my feet.
that's what I'm saying. I used to rub my jit feet. You know what I'm
You
saying?
never
Like,
bought me some Jordans, bro.
but you're not together with me. I'm not obligated to buy Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, here's the thing, Ken.
But that's the,
I have a similar situation. You said you spoiled your jit, right? With like, materials and all that. When it I spoil my jit with love. A whole lot of love. I give material stuff too, but I spoil him with love. Bro, I remember, man, I had a situation where the mother of my child was like, "Oh, stop texting me every hour. You feel me, to see how your son is doing." I'm like, stop playing.
Nah, that's crazy.
He don't have a phone. He didn't have a phone at the time. I like to check on somebody he doing. I'm only texting your phone for him. If he had his own phone, no problem. I don't care.
She wants you to text her phone for her, bro.
Like, she feel like it was every hour.
Oh,
It was like,
Even if it's every hour,
I gotta,
just very often.
even
it doesn't matter.
even if it's every hour, that's your son.
But we gotta pray for this generation.
No, 1,000%, man. So that's beautiful that you said that, because we actually about to get to the
That's
last
crazy,
gems.
bro.
So everybody, man, please, man, as y'all see, it's already late, so let's not go too much with the
be up
gems.
at 8.
But
believe it.
we're
Let's
gonna
not go
start
too
it out
much
with
with the
Sister Nisha. You know what I'm saying? What's the quick gem for the night, man, for the young people watching, the young women, the young men, or the older people that's rocking? What's up? B-Town, what it is?
Bonton.
That Cremas is ready.
Can you skip me for right now? Cause
Start with Neff.
Go ahead, brother Neff. We're gonna go from this side there. Let's swing it to the left.
All right. Well, first and foremost, for those who showed up on time, glory be to God for y'all. You feel me? But no, all jokes aside.
I ain't know my boy Petty like that. That crazy.
No, but all jokes aside, though, man, my last gem for today is that, listen, I know a lot of us, bro, we live in this era where we just pretty much like orchestrate our life through social media. Everything that social media is doing, that's what we go by. I want to challenge the person, right, who's living off of social media to just stay off of social media and start living off the word of God.
Amen.
Like, you feel me? Like, you know how when you wake up, for some of y'all, the first thing you check is notification. How about we start checking our verses? You feel what I'm saying? How about we start, just get on our knees and pray? And I understand, you feel me? Social media is a form of communication, and I get it. But at the same time, it's like, with or without social media, you're still a person. And as a person, bro, you need a savior. Social media is not going to save you. Instagram ain't going to save you. Facebook ain't going to save you. You feel me? It's entertainment. You feel what I'm saying? And I just want to, because, like, my pastor was preaching today about, like, not wasting our life. And then I think a lot of us are wasting our lives because we're so easily caught up and infatuated what people are doing. And then yet, as you're so caught up what people are doing, all that time and effort could have been, used to be feeding your soul and become a better believer. So my advice to the people today is like, yo, do yourself a favor, bro. Sis, get up and just put the social media to the side. Honestly, there is a block button. There is a deactivation there to use it. You feel me? It's not like it's impossible. Like, real talk, a simple heart and like and comment does not dictate your life, bro. Wake up, you feel me? Start reading your words, start praying, interact with people. That's my word for the day, man.
Praise God.
That's good. That's good. Okay, for my last gem, a little similar to what Neff got to say. Piggyback. At service today, the title of the message was "Don't waste your life." So, because life is very short. It's precious. Take every opportunity, every minute of it to try to, do something productive. Use your time wisely. Let's stop trying to, mind other people's business. Let's mind your own. Let's try to find what our purpose is here on earth. And, let's speak life into each other. But let's just stop wasting our time. It's 2022. It's still kind of the beginning of the year. You got goals. You got plans, ideas of what you want to accomplish. Let's try to accomplish this, and try to figure out what makes us happy too, because trying to waste your life on social media or on other people doesn't really make you happy. What really makes you happy? But yeah, that's it.
Amen.
Cremas good, Pastor. Listen, okay.
Bottles are ready, man. On deck. Any flavor that you need. Again, Grenadier's passion fruit, strawberry, and original.
Wrong language.
Yeah.
Fire. It's fire. Take our word for it.
Yeah. DM, hit me up if you got the line. Randy, what's up, big dog?
My little gem for the day. I'm a piggyback off of what my first two panelists that was talking about. Live your life. You know, I'm trying to tell you, like, don't think like Palm Beach County is everything. You know what I'm saying? Go out and venture. You know what I mean? Go see other places. Go look at mountains and stuff.
Yes.
Facts. I went through 2 mountains the other day, and you know I was surprised. Yeah, you actually go through the mountains.
Where you went?
I went to West Virginia, and I went to Cincinnati, Ohio. But you, hey, you know, I see on your dog. There you go. But yeah, like not only just you know, going to like states in America. You can go out of state, like go to other countries, see how they living out there. You know, unfortunately, see how Ukraine is doing with your people. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like once we can see what's going on around the world, seeing what's out there and stuff, we'll probably get a better understanding of what we have to do
1,000
in order to get us moving forward. You know what I'm saying? But
love it.
That's all I got.
Love it. Y'all hitting with deep ones tonight. Okay. Pass that Sylvia.
I just wanted to speak on the compromise we was talking about with my little Jim. Don't fully compromise to the point where it's like you compromise yourself in the process. So like kind of like really get to know that person, as like Sister Esther brought up the question about the $750,000 debt. That's something you guys should have like basically, you know, you should have known already. I'm not saying pocket watch, but like conversation definitely need to be had if you thinking about marrying that person and things like that. So and as well, like don't date with the attention. If you know, like for example, like you, that's not the person for you, like you really don't really like that person, like don't continue with that relationship if you're not planning on marrying. It's very important, I feel like, because I feel like in this day and age, especially like my generation, I don't think like marriage is looked as like it's valued like it's supposed to. And it's supposed to be valued, you know what I'm saying? God values it, so we should value it as well. So that's what I had to say. And you know what I'm saying? Love God, love people, bun life.
Amen.
Amen. Y'all later?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Jai.
Right.
So I think the Jai, no V, Jai. Okay. So my last gem is to respect your journey and your process. We all have different experiences and different things we need to go through to have the different lessons we need to learn. And to be compassionate towards others. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be super sensitive and be a simp for others, but understand where they're at, respect where they're at, and it's okay to judge, but it doesn't mean that, you know, you should hold grudges for that person, and it's just not worth it. Like, life is too precious to hold on to things.
Amen. Amen.
Okay, so mine is don't be desperate for anything. Don't be desperate for money, for a relationship, for friends, for anything. And the reason I say that is because when you're desperate, you tend to miss a lot of signs. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to want something badly or really want something or be passionate about something, but you got to get to the point where after praying about it, if God says wait or if God says no, you got to be able to let it go. Because when you're desperate and you take whatever comes your way, you end up with somebody who's $1 million in debt.
Real talk. Amen.
Like what I did there?
Full circle, man. That makes too much sense. Hey. What's up, big dog? You ready now?
She wants you to go back to now.
She ain't ready.
She busy laughing at everybody.
She want you to give your last gem.
Go back to
No
now.
more cremas for her.
You feel me? How many cups you done had, thug?
You see 3 right there. It's got stacked.
Somebody finished.
Little Wayne.
Wow. I seen her reaching for the bottle too.
My own passion fruit gone.
Yeah.
Triple cup.
So I just have to say, first of all, thank you for everybody that's watching. We really appreciate it. It's gonna continue to grow in Jesus' name.
Amen.
And
Amen.
also, I do want to say, love yourself, figure out who you are as a person, get to know who you're looking at in the mirror, and it's okay to be yourself. Like, just because you're not really you know, like a crowd of people don't really want to hang out with you like that and stuff like that. God is always gonna, you know, bring you to your people, bring you to the people that you can actually be your goofy self, your reserved self, your shy self, your outgoing self, your whatever self that
Don't
you
compromise.
are. Don't compromise, man.
And that time, yeah.
Don't compromise. You see, full circle, man. But that's all I have to say. And also, I want to thank like Pastor Gabe, because he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and the people that's behind the camera.
That's real.
Yeah, because they do a lot, man.
Salute,
Without
man.
them, we wouldn't even be, you know, you wouldn't be able to see us.
We just show up and run
To
our
God
mouths.
be the glory, man.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the executive producer, Sister Esther in the cut. Got everybody looking crisp on that 4K.
Woo, woo.
Can you drop a bun of life?
Woo,
Huh?
woo.
Can you drop a bun of life one time?
Woo, woo.
Say what?
Can you drop a bun of life one time, bro? You heard
I mean,
me.
you done got it from the queen, man. You ain't got to get it from the king. So
Don't
look,
be desperate.
You got it from the queen. Yeah, exactly.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
perfect.
Like, bro,
you feel me?
it's not even genuine when you be
Yeah,
like,
weird.
I
yo,
just said
shout
drop
me
a bun of
out.
life.
So,
It was a drop by the queen.
Sister Jennifer, can you say a prayer for us and end out the night?
That's like.
All right, you guys know what to do. All right, Father Lord, thank you, Lord, for allowing all of us to be able to be here tonight, under this building where we are able to have these conversations and fellowship amongst each other, Father Lord, I'm asking for the ones that are watching, the ones that are listening to what we are talking about. I hope that they understand it, and the advice that they feel like touched them, they are able to apply it into their lives, and they are able to use that. Lord, I ask that we are able to keep growing, keep learning, and so we can be able to be more knowledgeable, and not only that, keep be able to have a deeper relationship as you as well, because with this platform we are also trying to spread the word. Lord, I ask that that you allow all of us to get to our destination safely, and you just protect us while we're on the road. In Jesus' name that I pray, amen.